shall suffer as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say.
Which is what? Salvation, paradise. Alright? So you have to overcome that evil. That's what your life is about, man. Which way you gonna go? You gonna choose the left side or the right side? You gonna be wicked or you gonna be righteous? Alright, you gonna eat from the table of the Lord, you gonna eat from the table of the devils, man. Are you willing to sacrifice? You feel me? But a lot of people can't. I don't even want to say can't. A lot of people won't. You know, and they'll find an excuse not to.
For this is the life whereof Moses spake unto the people while he lived, saying, choose thee life, that thou mayest live.
Because what you be bringing out of Baruch, I think it's in Baruch. Yeah. This he that goes from the law
This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, this is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever.
And the law that endure forever. Not until the Lord comes, and then he leaves the scene forever. Because the laws was here at the beginning. They was orally spoken. It endured forever until it was written down. It is going to endure forever until it's written within our inward parts, man. Ain't no, hey, the Lord is sit there and get all the make all them laws for nothing. You know, those laws control the balance. All right, that is the yin and yang, so to speak. You know, that's how you. The earth is that's how the earth is gonna be healed, man. Alright? It ain't gonna be no fucking concrete all over and none of that, man. The hell you wanna put concrete on for? Man, I want a horse. Give me a horse. You know? Put some dirt down, give me a horse. I ain't gotta spend money on gas. You know what I'm saying? I can just feed my horse, vegetables and stuff. Feed them hay, that's cheap. Shit, $30 horse would probably be good for a whole month. You know what I'm saying? But they also got everything so far away and this and that, you know. But this concrete ain't good for us, man.
It says, all they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
Very point blank, straight to the point. You leave it, you die. Alright? So the ones that sitting there saying, oh, we don't gotta keep the laws, we're under grace. No, you keep the laws because you're under grace. Really. Because you're not perfect, you can't be perfect because the Lord already understood the society we were going to be living in, the conditions that our people were going to be in as a nation. Alright? Like, you do have people who are a product of their environment, and they will remain a product of their environment unless the Lord is dealing with it, man.
Based on what you said earlier.
Nevertheless, they believed him. Second Ezra chapter 7 verse 60. Nevertheless, they believed not him, nor yet the prophets after him.
They didn't believe Moses. They didn't believe the prophet, because you always had our people into some BS, man. They was always going into some wickedness. Always going to follow that. Look at the judges. It was judge, we be cool for 2 years and they back at it. Cool for 3 years, they back at it. Cool for, man, just get right, you know? Get right. Get right and stay right.
Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him, nor me, which has spoken unto them.
Nor me. They ain't believe Moses. They ain't believe the prophets that was after him. Nor me. Go ahead.
That there should not be such heaviness. That there should not be such heaviness in their destruction, as yet be joy over them that are persuaded to salvation. I answered then and said, I know, Lord, that the Most High is called merciful, and that he have mercy upon them which are not yet come into the world, and upon those that turn to his law, that he is patient and long-suffering.
And the Lord always is long-suffering, man. He sees the condition we're in, and he also sees the wickedness that we do. But that's why he gave his only begotten son, so we can be reconciled unto him. Because remember, he gave us a bill of divorce. Y'all ain't even my woman no more. I ain't messing with y'all. You know? So that was part of that long, he just looking down like, man, like, it's like, hey, I ain't gonna even stunt. It's like, we all probably got a woman we used to deal with that like, man, I kind of like this that way. You know? One of your exes, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was, you know, how she looked or something she did for you, you know? But either way, it's like, dang, you know? But the Lord, that's how the Lord looks. He's like, man, they're my people. I can't just leave them hanging out there. I done dealt with them. I brought them up, you feel me? I brought them up. I can't just leave them high and dry, man. Plus, he had covenants and promises that he had to keep, man. All right?
Ecclesiasticus 18 and verse 11.
He never said what was going to happen in between there. You know what I'm saying? He just said, look, I'm going to make you I'm going to multiply thy seed, Abraham. You know? But shit, if we leave it up to Esau, everybody gonna fucking die. The scriptures say that.
You're right.
He gonna kill everybody. So the Lord had to have it to where he can have mercy on that cluster of grapes, can have that blessing, so they can do what? Receive that word, teach that word, prophesy the downfall of this society, be saved, be the first fruits, and then the 2/3 will come back, man.
The book of Sirach, chapter 18 and verse 11. It says, therefore the Most High is patient with them and poureth forth his mercy upon them. He saw and perceived their end to be evil. Therefore he multiplied his compassion.
So he went outside. He went outside box on that one. You know, he got in his bag and like, I'm about to get some more compassion. Because, hey, going back to Deuteronomy 32, not Deuteronomy, Exodus. When Moses was up there receiving the laws, and you had the Israelites down there, you know, worshiping the calf, dancing, chilling. And then what he said, man, I'm about to destroy all of them. I'll make a nation out of you. And it's not like he can't do it.
Right.
You know? Shit, we formed from the elements of the ground. All right? So he could have had Moses, we got, you know what I'm saying, some Moabite women, some Phoenician women, you know, so on and so forth, and actually made a nation. And though he would have sons with them, and his sons would go get Phoenician women and Moabite women and Japhite women, as beautiful as they are, you know. You gotta have a Japhite, you know, and actually made a nation, man. Because what? The man carries the seed. All right? But what did Moses do? Yo, chill, nah, hold up. Hey, please listen to me. Hear me out. Moses even pleaded for us. You know? Matter of fact, nobody gonna have to get it, man. That's one of my favorites. We're gonna have to get it. Finish what everybody got. I know. Okay. It should be Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's what I said. We're going to finish what everybody got.
Oh, okay.
And then if the spirit get it through, we can go to that story.
This is based off what you said earlier. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance.
Yeah, that all should come to repentance, man. But according to his program, it's not going to happen like that. But that's written in there for what? For people who actually get to repent and get salvation so they can be grateful and to show that he is merciful. He just got to do what he got to do, man. All right? He got to do it. Because it's like dealing with people. You might deal with people at your job. You might deal with a woman that you had, cut off. Just sometimes some people just won't get it, man. They don't want to get it. You know? So you gotta do what? You gotta cut them off. You know? Even within yourself. That sometimes you might be into things that's hindering you from increasing. Alright, or excelling. So what do you gotta do? You gotta cut it off, man. Thy right eye offend
spirit is contrary to the flesh. It says, roughly paraphrasing, it says, give more heed to the flesh, not to the flesh. Again. But no, pretty much what you're saying, the flesh will try to hinder you from doing the things that you ought to be doing. Well, it's in the book of Galatians. I forget exactly what, but oh man, that's the heat. This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 25. It says, see that you refuse not him that speaketh. For if they escape not who refuseth him that spake on earth, much more shall not we escape if we turn away from him that speaketh in heaven, from heaven. You know, so that the reason why I brought this out is because what? The Most High, he set men up to warn his people. That's why it says, refuse not him that speaketh on earth. Because how shall we escape him that speaketh from heaven? We're speaking the same thing here on earth, and it's given to us from heaven. But if you're not listening to us, then guess what? Now you got to deal with the Heavenly Father. And you cannot escape the Heavenly Father, man.
Nobody. No one.
Yeah.
I remember when you were like, oh, where's that? You looked it up and we was actually reading in Galatians. It was like 2 days ago.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 16. It says, this I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh.
Exactly. Hey, because that's what I said. Which one would you rather feed, man? Feed the one that you're supposed to feed. You're supposed to feed the Spirit, because that's what you're supposed to walk in. Alright?
For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary one to the other.
Anything that's contrary one to another is against it, man. Alright? They're not gonna work with you. Satan is contrary to your salvation. He ain't gonna come to you like, hey man, you should do a lesson today. You should talk about how I'm gonna try to stop y'all from getting salvation. That ain't his job. And it goes, hey, that's another thing. That's not his job. The Lord gave him specific instructions, and that's what his job. Yo, it's safe, man. When you come, you know, doing from earth. Fucking up people's shit, you know, instead doing my thing. Doing my thing. Trying to fuck up your program. And man, I was successful with a couple. What about Joe? You tried out Joe? Hey, don't even go there, dog. I already know, you know he
know I ain't fucking.
he got mad respect for you. He got mad respect for you because you got that hand of protection. But I bet if you take some of that stuff from him, and that's how you gotta look at it though, because it ain't like Satan's like, no, he is coming to him as a servant though. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? He's a creation. He's the highest level demon. You know? So he know who he can and can't mess with, man. He know who he can and can't mess with. That's why he already knew about Job, and he knew why he thought Job's integrity was strong towards the Lord because of the things that he had. But it was actually, that was just the spirit, man. Like, you know, hey, YAHAWASHI is really my dogs. Like, you feel me? That's why we gotta overcome our temptations. That's why we gotta overcome our lust and live into the spirit, man. So we can be written in a book, you know? That'll be dope. All the niggas that go to jail read Job. They in a position of difficulty. It's like, yo, I gotta read the Bible and get out of this, you know? Hey, I read Job.
It says, and these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would.
Yeah, that you would. You know, if you live in the spirit, you're gonna stop what that flesh wanna do. That provision, you know, feeding that flesh, man. Alright? Because that's what it does. Hey, that's what it's. That's why, like, now you gotta really be getting into retaining information, you know? That's actually, that's something I need to know in my prayers. You know? Allow me to retain ain't understanding the fly, because that is very important, especially with this. Jacob's trouble is coming. All right, Jacob's trouble is coming, and I'd rather get jabbed than get hit with a powerful hook, bro. I know it's coming. I don't think I'm gonna be spotless through it, Lord willing, if anything. You know what I'm saying? But it's coming. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna affect all of us in different ways. Just like the things that you're going through, and I'm going through, it's all pertaining to the same situation, but it's in different ways, man. But you gotta remember the scriptures, right? That's gonna keep your mind stable in those days. Knowledge and wisdom of this right here, none shall want her mate. All of that goes like, not in the Book of Mormon, where it say that being dark skin is a curse. That Ron Priest, man. So I think we almost wrapped it up.
Yeah, it's like it's good. Eat, actually, here.
All right, we'll finish up the chapter then. You know,
Taking Ezra chapter 7, verse 64. And that he is patient and long suffereth those that have sinned as his creatures, and that is bountiful, for he is ready to give where needed. And that he is great of mercy, for he multiplied more and more mercies.
that goes with that compassion. You know, he multiplied his compassion. Like the Lord is very merciful. That's why you still breathing, nigga. Like all of us have done something worthy unto death, man. But if you keep trying the Lord, he gonna punch you in the mouth. He have to. And all in all is to what? So you can get it in your mind like, you don't run this, I run this. Now do what I said do, so I can bring salvation to you. Damn. It's like with your child, you're like, why you keep being loud? Go to your room. I done told you 5 times. I'm gonna send you to your room. Then they finally gotta go to their room, they come out, and you're like, being loud again. You know what I'm saying? If we gotta go to them. You know? So that's what I'm saying. You might as well be buffeted from being right thing. Because it's gonna happen anyway. You be wicked, be into wickedness, do what you're not supposed to be doing, alright? Then that buffet is gonna increase, man. Okay? It's just gonna make matters worse.
And that he is great, and that he is great of mercy, for he multiplies more and more mercies to them that are present and that are past, and also to them which are to come. For if he shall not multiply his mercies
to them that are present, the ones that are here, to them that are past, the ones that have died in Hamashiach, all right, as well as the ones who haven't, because they ain't gonna have to go through what's to come, as well as the ones to come upon the earth, man. Okay? Because you can have a baby that's born a day before things really pop off. If they was meant to make it, they're gonna make it. All right?
For if he shall not multiply his mercies, the world will not continue with them that inherit therein.
If he doesn't multiply his mercies, we all will be gone. The earth will be destroyed. We all will be gone. All right? Like we read, he's long suffering. All right? Go ahead.
And he pardoneth, for if he did not sow of his... And he pardoneth, for if he did not sow of his goodness, that they which have committed iniquities might be eased of them, the 10,000 part of men should not remain living.
And that's what the Day of Atonement is about. It's about what? Repent. Alright? The Lord allowing you to repent for your sins. Alright? Listening to your prayers. Listening to your curses, man. The Lord want to make sure you're on the same page with him. That you ain't sitting here acting like you want this place to go down. I'm ready to go home, man. I'm ready to go home. My days at work is getting longer for some odd reason. I'm like, damn. hours? Shit. You know, like, God, but that's what this society do, man. That's why you gotta, in this truth, you gotta find something to love, man. You know, outside of loving the truth itself, you gotta love this truth. Fuck it, that's what you gotta do. This keeps you sane in this place. This keeps you going. This keeps you fighting. But you're only gonna do that if you keep filling your tank up, man. You know what I mean? If you sit here and let's say you study for a nice little lesson, that's the thing, feed that spirit. Alright? But that food is gonna, digest, so to speak. You gotta keep feeding your spirit. It ain't like you came in this truth, you was on fire, you fed your spirit, and you been ride on the same tank ever since. Hell no. You gotta keep feeding your spirit, man. Because your spirit needs spiritual food just like your flesh needs food. You can fast for 40 days and 40 nights. Hey, I see you when the Lord comes. Because you gonna die. 10 times out of 10, you ain't ready for it. Hey, because it tells you in Esdras that we are a lot weaker than the ones that was back then. We are completely a lot weaker, man. We are weaker, we're shorter, we're more out of shape and all of that. And that all deals with the world and the society that we're living in, man. Okay? We don't have the foods that they have, man. Like I be telling people, I'm like, man, I pack this or I need that. Like, man, you only such and such. Like, yeah, but the food that I gotta eat nowadays is a lot more poisonous than the food y'all was actually eating. Right. So it's taking more of an effect on our bodies. Not, now there's things you can do to feel good. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you gotta do. Exactly. The injuries and the injury. They still got swole, older, I think it was like a 60-year-old dude. Lean as hell, swole, doing like 20 muscle ups. Like, to do a muscle up, you gotta pull yourself up right here and then pull up. Like, you gonna try one of those. Like, videos I done seen, they like, yeah, it took me about 6 months to a year to do 2 or 3 muscle ups. Like, ain't no bitch shit, dog. But here it is, a 60-year-old man is hitting them. You know what I'm saying? That's because he does what? He keeps his body active. He feeds his body the right stuff out of whatever we have nowadays, man. But like the brother said, an injury is an injury. The muscle, they like he can eat a fucking plum and it'll be good, A plum from 1965. It probably wine then. God is good. Oh, yes he is. Yes he is. He good. Oh no, you good. You good.
Second Esdras chapter 7, verse 69. And being judged, if he should not forgive them that are cured with his word, and put out the multitude of contentions, there should be very few left peradventure in an innumerable multitude.
So at the end of the day, the Lord, he got to show forth his mercy, and he got to be compassionate to his creatures. All right, or else ain't nobody gonna be left. All right, that goes back to that blessing. Okay. That goes back to that blessing, man. All right, the cluster of grapes. The Lord, can we get that in Romans? Where he said they have killed all the prophets. He's like, man, I got 7,000 right now.
7,000 is ready to ride.
Ready to go.
The book of Romans, chapter 11 and verse 3. Verse 3. It says, Lord, they have killed thy prophets and digged down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life.
Why did they do that, man? Because they wasn't trying to hear the word. They wasn't trying to, they prophesy unto us smooth things. Lie. What? You gonna make it like it's easy to do that.
You get a blessing.
We got
You get a blessing.
we got a job to do. So if somebody like prophesy to a smooth thing, you gonna die if you don't get right. Like that's as smooth as I can get without going into detail. The 144 million ways you could die.
Stuck in some petroleum jet.
Like there's many. If you want to overdose on coke, what do you want to do? You want me to throw you off the building? Like you want to go live with the alligators? Like there's many ways you can. Like want the smooth thing, huh?
Said, but what saith the answer of the Most High unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal.
Yeah, that haven't given into idolatry. All right, that haven't converted over to this society, man. All right, and it's not just 7,000. Wait, what? I thought it was gonna be 144,000. Like, no, it's 7 represents completion, man. So the Lord has a amount of people that He's not gonna have them bow down unto Baal, which is basically this society. You know, other gods. They're gonna worship the Heavenly Father. Put it like that.
Even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Fine. It says, even so then, at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace.
Just like there was a time then, there's also a time right now, man. All right? That remnant that the Lord always dealt with. Guess what? When the flood came, Noah and his wife and his children and their wives was the remnant that he dealt with. All right? He always had a chosen. Okay? You had Noah, then you had Abraham. All right? Well, Enoch was even in there. You know what I'm saying? Enoch was translated. All right? Had Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, 12 tribes. And even within the 12 tribes, you had the chosen men that he always had somebody or some people, you know? Even the ones that went back with Zerubbabel to rebuild the temple. Okay? Even the Maccabees, like, man, we're tired of this. Like, we gotta fight back. You feel me? So even until this present day, all of those spirits, all of those men are back or have been back. Alright? And this is part of the remnant of the election.
So Isaiah chapter 1 verse 8. And the daughter of Zion is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. Except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah.
Completely destroyed and done away with, and not have come back. And He showed His mercy and His compassion when We've been speaking it.
It says that, just thinking about it, the scriptures tell you, to not use your liberty as an occasion to the flesh. You know, so the remnant that the Most High have called, you know what I'm saying, these are the men that are what? That are going to teach the gospel, that are going to get that salvation more willing. So when the Most High put you in a position, as far as us, because we hope that we're the elect. We don't know if we're the elect. The Most High put us in a position to be able to do this. Alright? We're not supposed to use that as a cloak of maliciousness or an occasion to do something that's going to personally benefit us, man. It's about the elect's sake. It's about the remnant that the rest of the elect that's out there that haven't woken up yet, man. So hey, that's like Baba Bashar, can I get grab a piece up for me? Come on. 2 Corinthians 6 from the top. You know, and then this is the add-on to what the brother was saying earlier, you know.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 1. We then, as workers together with Him, beseech you also that ye receive not the grace of the Most High in vain.
It says, we then, read that again.
We then, as workers together with Him,
go ahead.
beseech you also that ye receive not the grace of the Most High in vain.
Receive not the grace of the Most High in vain, man. Alright, just like we're going over the grace and the mercy. Alright, you don't suppose when the Most High gives you an opportunity to serve Him, when He gives you that Because a grace period is, you know, like grace period is like, say you go to like a library, they give you, all right, you got this amount of time before we shut your computer or whatever down. And guess what? That grace is going to be given to somebody else. Same with the Lord, man. When the Most High, hey, when the Most High says, look, this is what you're supposed to be doing. I'm not gonna jack you up right now. I'm giving you a grace period. And you don't cut, if you don't answer that calling, okay, well, yeah, you out of there then. Yeah, your time is up. Now, this man is gonna appreciate it. I'm gonna show his grace, my grace to him. So when the Most High gives you that grace, it says what? Don't use it. Don't receive it in vain, man. Don't take it as something that everybody can get. Everybody does not get the grace of YAHAWASHI, the mercy of YAHAWASHI.
What did Paul say? I frustrate not the grace of the Lord, man. You know, because you have grace, that don't mean test it out. You know, how much, hey, what's up? Happy late belated, man. Oh, word? Oh, shit, happy B-Day, yo. Be safe, man. Go dunk on somebody. Go ahead.
For he saith, I have heard thee in a time accepted, and in a day of salvation I have secured thee. Behold, now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation.
Now, we're living in that time where salvation, like the brother brought out first, our salvation is nearer than when we believe. This is that time accepted, man. This is that time to get right, the time to soak in all this knowledge that's being put out there, man. That you may be able to receive salvation. This is that accepted time, man. Because what? At a point, even today, the truth is not popular among the masses of the people. It's only popular amongst those who have that spirit on, man. But we know that it's an accepted time because what? Prophecy is flourishing. You know, you see more and more people waking up. You see Jake rising up, remembering who they are. You know, this is that accepted time, man. We're getting closer and closer unto the end of all things, and closer to the restitution of all things. Everything being restored. This is that time we're living in, man. And call Allah YAHAWASHI, you know, that we're able to celebrate this Day of Atonement, man. Go ahead, bro.
Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
That's the point that I wanted. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed. That's what Paul was all about, man. Teaching the gospel, edifying, and making sure that you understand that this ain't my will. This is the Heavenly Father's will. So anything that he brought out of the scriptures, or anything that he preached through the Spirit of YAHAWASHI, he did it fluent. He did it blamelessly. And that's what they did among the churches. He said, we find ourselves not blameless